So we have showed you weddings and birthday parties and anniversaries impacted by the outbreak. Most of them turned into smaller celebrations, something virtual, but lots of joy. Tonight, our Steve Steger is looking at how Coloradans are grieving when they can't gather.
This is weird.
I know.
In this sudden age of connecting digitally only, it is easy to feel alone.
There is an isolation in that is felt by everyone. Imagine that, plus having a loss.
Martha Thayer leads the mortuary science program at Arapahoe Community College.
We're allowed less than 10 at a service, and so that's pretty hard because when someone dies, they want to invite everybody. They want to invite their community.
She says funeral directors are getting creative in this age of COVID-19, meeting with family over video conference, getting signatures digitally.
I have talked to funeral directors who have recorded services on their telephone and then put up a private YouTube page where the family can go later and view it.
Doing what they can to give families the support they need.
There's a phrase that joy shared is joy increased, and grief shared is grief diminished. And right now, we aren't able to come together as a complete and whole community.
Some funeral directors are suggesting burials and cremations immediately with memorial services when people can gather again. A good plan, Thayer says, but not one without concerns.
At what point in the future do those memorials start? And at what point do people's compassion fatigue kick in?
Compassion fatigue, when grief literally tires us out. One way to combat it, she says, don't wait until you can see someone to let them know you're there for them.
It's really important to do what you can to reach out to people in the moment.
For Next, I'm Steve Steger.